Hello, a few days ago I was expelled from Turkey a second time. As I sat in the airport in Adana waiting for my papers to be processed, I kept hearing the policemen talk about inad, and they would tell one another, "This fellow is inad." And I was confused. What does inad stand for? I asked them and they didn't really know either. It's a word that's often used for folks like us, until I realized that it was a shorthand for inadmissible, the word we use in English. And essentially, I'm a persona non grata, not welcome in the country of Turkey anymore. Which is strange because I've been through court cases in the past to settle exactly the same kind of cases when I was at that point deemed a threat to national security, and then went to the Turkish court and won my court case. I have court papers proving that I have been acquitted, and I have been able to enter the country ever since then, and have been serving in the country of Turkey in the earthquake relief work for the last 2 years in particular. So why I was suddenly deemed an inadmissible person is really a shock, not just to me, but to much of the international community that is watching this series of events as it unfolds. I have said that my expulsion really goes back to the fact that I'm a Christian, that I've been serving as a Christian minister in the country of Turkey for these past years. Now, why would I be expelled or deemed inadmissible for simply being a Christian? And how could I prove that? Well, there is no specific reasoning given for my inad expulsion, and yet the fact that not just myself, but hundreds of other Christian workers have been expelled over the last half a dozen years highlight the fact that the real reason we are being deemed inad is because we are Christians and we are serving in an otherwise majority Muslim country. Now, to arrive into the airport and suddenly find that you are inadmissible, that you are banned and sent back to your country is tough enough. And this has happened to me a couple times now. For others, it's downright traumatizing. I'm referring to dozens of families that have lived in the country of Turkey for dozens of years, dedicated their lives to serving people, not just Christian communities, but helping in humanitarian relief works, starting businesses, and developing the country and promoting it to the nations. And then they arrive at the airport and suddenly find out that they are inad, they are banned, and there's actually no reason given. It's traumatizing because suddenly they have to pick up stakes, leave the country. In many cases, they're not even able to enter and sell their homes or take care of business and close accounts. Their wives are forced to do this for them, or friends have to pack up their homes and send it all to another nearby country. It is really traumatizing and a tragic situation for a beautiful country like Turkey. As I noted before, since 2019, about 140 individuals have been given this code. These are individuals who have notified the leaders of the Christian community that they have received this code. There's others that may have not notified us, and there's a whole slew of others that were banned before 2019. When you add in the wives and the children of those who have been deported, we're talking about over 500 people who have been negatively affected and their lives altered by these deportations. Again, the common denominator running through all these deportations are that these are Christian workers who are serving local communities. And this is why we can say with confidence that the reason that we are being expelled as we are is very simply because we're Christians. Many of these Christian leaders have gone to court, have gone as high as the Supreme Court in Turkey, and come back again empty-handed. So again, we are faced with this dilemma. And this dilemma is more than just a dilemma for us Christian workers who have been serving this country. It's a dilemma for Christians in the country, local believers who are suffering the consequences of this situation. But I think it's also a dilemma for the whole country of Turkey, because Turkey declares itself to be a republic that enshrines secularism. They claim to be a democracy. Part of being a democracy is choosing to be a nation that celebrates the differences of different cultures and religions within your borders. When we speak of a nation being democratic, we are not only saying that they have elections, we are saying that they protect human rights and that they welcome diversity of culture and of religion. For the last century, the country of Turkey has promoted itself as being a secular republic that embraces democracy. Democracy, however, is a gentleman's game, so that whether you agree or disagree with somebody else's opinions or religious views, you are committed to protecting and preserving those differences for the sake of harmony. It's much like a mosaic. No one wants to make a mosaic out of the same colored stones. What makes a mosaic beautiful are the different colors and shades and sizes that make up that larger picture. And Turkey is a very diverse country. It has many different cultures, many different religious groups represented therein. And for much of the last century, it has indeed been a beautiful mosaic. And yet, with Christians today being kicked out as we are, expelled in this way and deemed inadmissible, they risk losing that beautiful harmony and diversity. Again, why we as Christians are deemed somehow a threat to the national security or to the peace of the nation is really quite a mystery, because as Christians, we are commanded by God and His Word that we should obey our leaders, that we are to respect the laws, that we pay taxes and tariffs, and furthermore, that we pray for our leaders, whether we agree with them or not, whether we voted for them or not. We are commanded to submit ourselves and to seek the harmony and the peace of the place where we live and the well-being of all the peoples therein. Indeed, those of us who are foreigners and have lived in the country of Turkey for these many years, this is what we pray for, and we continue to pray for Turkey. We love this great country. We love the wonderful people of Türkiye, and we long to see them living in harmony with the rest of the world. But the fact that we Christians are being expelled for no explicit reason from this beautiful country is causing many people to wonder what's happening in Turkey. We want Turkey to prosper. We want the people in Turkey, whatever their culture and religion, to feel free to live that out and to live in harmony with one another. We want respect and tolerance to flourish in this country. On a personal note, being deemed inad, a persona non grata, and expelled from the country that you love, where you spent most of your life serving its people, it's hurtful and it's disappointing. We're committed to continue to pray for the nation of Turkey, for its people to prosper, and for peace to blossom within this beautiful country. Those who know us and have met us in the country of Turkey know that Turkey has no greater friends than Christians who genuinely love them and pray for them.